The factual reality of Aniston's recent comments marks a significant pivot in how she engages with her past. In the August 2025 Vanity Fair feature, the actress, now 56, looked back at 2005 not with bitterness, but with a grounded sense of survival. She described how she had to tell herself to pick yourself up by the bootstraps and keep on walking, while the media circus raged outside her door. The newest development here is the sheer directness. She isn't dancing around the topic anymore. She acknowledged that the tabloids exploited her pain for juicy headlines and admitted, quite simply, "Boy, did I take it personally." This interview serves as an exclamation mark on 2 decades of silence, proving that while she has moved on, most recently being linked to hypnotist Jim Curtis, the PTSD from that media-driven form of sport is still very much a part of her story. Public reaction to these comments has been a massive wave of vindication for longtime Team Jen supporters. Viral clips of fans comparing her 2005 unsinkable cover to her 2025 showrunner energy have racked up millions of views, with many users on X and Reddit noting that we finally have the closure we never knew we needed. The social media debate is currently centered on the accountability gap. On platforms like TikTok, the discourse has shifted toward how much of the blame Brad Pitt managed to dodge in 2005, while the media focused on a catfight between Jen and Angelina. For context, we remember how the media back then branded Aniston as a workaholic who didn't want kids, a narrative she now says was a shame that people were allowed to believe. This situation escalated because it highlights a major shift in how we consume celebrity trauma. For context, in 2005, there was no Instagram or TikTok. The tabloids were the judge, jury, and executioner. This is everything about influencer and fan culture in 2026. We are seeing a massive reevaluation of how we treated women in the early 2000s. It affects their reputations by repositioning Aniston as the survivor-in-chief of Hollywood, while the ongoing, messy legal battles between Pitt and Jolie, finalized only in December 2024, make Aniston's just keep walking approach look like the ultimate long-game victory. Why does this love triangle comment matter so much now? Because it validates a generational pain point. The 2005 split wasn't just a breakup, it was a cultural event that divided the world into Team Jen and Team Angelina. By calling it a love triangle, now, Aniston is confirming what everyone knew but what the PR teams at the time tried to sanitize. It's an original analysis of her own history, suggesting that the domestic bliss spread was exactly as jarring as it looked to the rest of us. This isn't just about a marriage ending. It's about the PTSD of being a human being in a world that doesn't want to believe celebrities have a sensitivity chip. Short, punchy sentences in the entertainment blogs describe her tone as cathartic. Slower, more analytical tones during the breakdown of her friend's legacy show that she was grieving her career and her marriage at the same time. The 2025 retrospective reveals an actress who has reclaimed her power by simply telling the truth about how much it hurt. If 2005 was about her being unsinkable, 2025 is about her being unbothered. We have to clearly separate the confirmed details from the online theories currently lighting up the digital space. It is a confirmed fact that Jennifer Aniston used the term love triangle in the 2025 Vanity Fair interview. It is a confirmed fact that she and Brad Pitt have shared friendly interactions in recent years at awards shows and on podcasts. The online theories, however, are speculating that this rare comment was a calculated move to distance her image from Pitt's ongoing legal troubles with Jolie. Fans are theorizing that Aniston and Paltrow, another Pitt ex, share a secret group chat where they swap advice on dealing with the public fallout of their high-profile relationships. There is also a viral theory that her hypnotic partner, Jim Curtis, was the one who encouraged her to finally speak her full truth to release the remaining triangle energy. The analytical tone of the tabloid sport era is perhaps the most fascinating part of the 2026 landscape. Slower, more thoughtful threads on Substack are discussing how Aniston is the last of a breed, the A-list movie star who survived the pre-social media paparazzi age. If the Pitt-Jolie split was a slow burn, Aniston's recovery was a marathon. By finally speaking, she is teaching a new generation of influencers that you don't have to win the battle of the headlines to win the war of your own life. This leads us to a bigger industry question. Can any modern celebrity ever just pick themselves up and keep walking, in an age of 24/7 digital surveillance? Or is Aniston's survival story only possible because she belongs to the last generation of stars who had mystery? The upcoming response possibility is a joint interview. Now that Aniston has mentioned swapping advice with Gwyneth Paltrow, many expect a Ladies of the 90s summit, perhaps a podcast episode or a joint feature, where they discuss the reality of being Brad Pitt's ex in a way that is empowering rather than competitive. The future impact of this will be seen in how the morning show handles its own meta storylines. With Aniston now openly discussing her media-induced PTSD, expect her character's battles with the press in Season 4 to feel more visceral and authentic than ever before. The unresolved tension is, as always, the third party. While Aniston has spoken and Pitt's legal battles are finalized, Angelina Jolie has remained notably silent on these specific retrospective comments. Until the other side of the triangle weighs in on the 20-year anniversary, the narrative remains Jen's to own. Ultimately, what Jennifer Aniston's rare comment says is that time doesn't necessarily heal all wounds, but it does provide a better camera lens to view them through. By the time the next award season rolls around, the question won't be about who she's dating or whether she's unbothered. It will be about the fact that she survived the most juicy soap opera of the century and came out on the other side as the showrunner of her own life. Do you think 20 years is too long to wait to call it a love triangle, or is Jennifer Aniston's boots on the ground honesty the exact closure we needed for the early 2000s? Let's talk about it in the comments.